What's good, y'all? 360 The Alchemist. Today we're going to be reading from the book When God Was a Woman. We're going to be notating some things that she talked about and cross-referencing with a couple books. Let's go! On bro. Alright, so it states right there, when God was a woman. Why do so many people educated in this century think of classical Greece as the first major culture, when written language was in use in great cities built at least 25 centuries before that time? And perhaps most important, why is it continually inferred that the age of the pagan religions, the time of the worship of the female deities, was dark and chaotic, mysterious and evil, without the light of order and reason that supposedly accompanied the later male religions? So basically, we got this massive conspiracy of why does the perspective of the great goddesses always come under dark and chaos. But see, you have to have an occultic understanding to see what I'm talking about, and I'm about to show you real quick right here. Occult just means hidden, on bro now. See, you gotta understand everything about us was lied to. I already told you that some idea of its length of the Egyptian cults may be gained that the Egyptian priests had maintained precise records of astronomical phenomenon extending over a period of more than 52,000 years before the death of Socrates. So Merlin Stone said 25 centuries before Greece there was other civilizations. Cults of the Shadows, Gerald Massey says 52,000 years before the Greeks, they was already civilizations. Matter of fact, it says right here, Gerald Massey has demonstrated no successful reading of Egyptian mythology, symbolism, thought, or history is possible without first two ascertaining of which of the four major strata of evolution it pertains. The very first cult was the Sabian or the Star cult. The Sabian cult was the cult of the mother goddess of the seven stars plus her child Sirius, the dog star. Sirius was represented by the god Set, whose symbol was the goddess. The fourth cult was the solar cult, with this emphasis on the child as son of the father rather than of the mother, caused a major upheaval in the history of humanity. So all through history, because nothing is new under the sun, the Solarite cult, the solar cult, which came forth, and his story repeats itself. You keep getting the same story, because the solar cult casted out the Typhonians or the Draconians, the very first cult there ever was in Egypt. Matter of fact, if you really go down and you start getting into the deepness, they said that the great goddess Typhon, because that was her name, she symbolizes night. Now when you look into the sky, you cannot see the light of the stars without the darkness around it. The darkness is actually the majority, the light is the minority if you look at it. So the darkness is your great mother Typhon. Out of darkness comes what? Light. And we know that Typhon, as we said, her name in Egyptian was kept from which the word devil derives. Okay? Yeah. As already stated, the initiated magical current manifested in Egypt as a draconian cult, the cult of the dragon or fire snake. This cult represents the first systemized form of primitive African mysteries, which the Egyptians elaborated into a highly specialized system of occultism that flowered finally in the tantrums of India, Mongolia, Tibet, and China. This shit was everywhere. This was the very first cult in Egypt. Africa, of the first primitive ancient mystery system, the Typhonian Draconian, which represented darkness night. So when Merlin Stone asks, why is the great mother associated with chaos and darkness? Chaos is just the potential to become anything. Darkness is just the aspect of where we came from, that primeval chaos. Oh, bro. But wait, there's more. This is when you know the knowledge really kicking. If you go to the third book, guess what it says, y'all? The sun's victory over the dark mother. This is talking about the Anunnaki tablets, okay? This myth is profoundly ambiguous, as Thompson says. It's also grossly funny because in this recording, in one story, the mid-stride shift of worldview from matriarchy to patriarchy in ancient Sumer. And even right here it says Sumerian culture can be traced back to 5500 BC and the alluvial plains of lower Mesopotamia. Sumerians wrote on clay tablets. Archaeologists have proclaimed that history begins at Sumer for that reason only. They wrote it all down. That is not the first cult ever. Anybody that's telling you Sumeria was first and what they did, we don't care, because 52,000 years before that, there was whole other cults that they buried and never let you know about. So we don't care what started in the middle of the story. We need to go to the beginning of the story. It's not about his story. It's about her story, which would make our story on bro now. And that's on bro now. And that's on the Brethrens and them. Look, if y'all want to support the school, this is it right here on bro now. Grab this. I send out weekly newsletters to everybody who ever donated to the class, okay? It has all this information in it. It has voice recordings. It has the books with the links, all that good stuff, okay? So if you want to get in, the Church of Abronium, come on, let your boy 360 The Alchemist on Cash App, on babies, on bro now. On the Brethrens and them. Ooh, I burnt on bro now. I'm leaving that in there, on babies. So you know it's real. We out of here. It's not if God was a woman, it's when God was the woman. On bro them. We out of here. Gang gang.